You might be using Excel like a rookie. Do your Excel workbooks look like this? With endless rows of calculations where every formula is basically the same thing over and over and over again? Well, what if I told you that 3 keys could eliminate all of this? Control, Shift, Enter. That's it. And it can make you look like an Excel pro when you use it. So what's this all about? It's about array formulas. They're like the super tool in your Excel toolbox. They're perfect for whether you are trying to impress employers on your resume, whether you're discussing Excel projects during an interview, or whether you're trying to be the Excel hero at your new internship. But honestly, they are easier to understand if we go back to the rookie setup. Okay, so here we are calculating the present value of the payout for a 10-year term life insurance policy. So in column A, we have the year. In column B, we have the mortality rate, which is the probability of death. In column C, we have the benefit amount, $100,000. In column D, we have the expected payout, which is calculated by multiplying the mortality rate by the benefit amount. And then in column E, we have the discount factor. Here we are using an assumed interest rate of 5%. So this discount factor just allows us to discount the expected payment back to times 0 to get the present value. This is exam FM stuff. And if you don't fully understand it, that's okay. It's more about the calculations here, not understanding what's really going on in terms of the actuarial work. So in column E, we have 1.05 to the exponent 1 in the first row, exponent 2 in the second row, etc. And in column F, we have the present value of the expected payment. So we are just multiplying the discount factor times the expected payment for each year. Then when we sum up all those values over the full 10 years, we get the total present value, which is $23,547. By the way, I will link to this workbook down below in the description in case you want to follow along with me. So in column D, do you remember how I multiplied column B times column C and dragged the formula down? Well, this is the start of where things with arrays can get really fun. At least you'll think this is fun if you are working on becoming an actuary. I actually think this is one of the most valuable features about arrays in day-to-day actuarial work. So look, I can actually multiply column B times column C, and then it automatically copies them all down to the other cells that I've highlighted. But it is a little bit different. As you go through each of these cells, you can see that I actually have the exact same formula in each of them. Regularly, each cell would have a slightly different formula in it, and I'll show a comparison on the screen here. So how do I do that? Well, essentially, once I've put my formula in, I press Control, Shift, Enter, all at the same time, and it puts these curly brackets around my formula. And that's what indicates that it's an array formula, at least in my version of Excel. Hey, I know what you're thinking. What if I just type those curly brackets in myself? I tried, it does not work. Excel looked at me like I was trying to speak ancient Latin. Control, Shift, Enter is the magic spell here. Control, Shift, Enter. So now I just have to enter one formula and I'm done with that column. Now with discount rate, we can do something very similar. Usually we would put 1.05 to the exponent 1 or the exponent 2. Now I referenced column A to get my values. And since I have those column A numbers in there, I can actually reference those in an array formula. So I can highlight all the cells that I want the formula to apply to, do 1.5 to the exponent column A, then Control, Shift, Enter, and it's done. To get the present value, we multiply D times E, Control, Shift, Enter, done. And then you see the present value is the same as before, 23,547. Okay, so we started using array formulas, and I will talk about when we want to use these versus when we might not want to. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But first, let's take this even further. So this kind of blew my mind when I first learned it. So what we really want here is the sum of column D times column E. Each of those individual components multiplied together and then summing them all up. So you might be thinking, well, obviously we could use a sum product formula here, and that can work. But we can also use an array formula here. Essentially, you do the sum of D times E, Control, Shift, Enter, and you get the same number. Now, really, the present value that we're trying to calculate here is really just the multiplication of each individual cell in column B, C, and E. So we can take this further and do the sum of column B, C, E, Control, Shift, Enter, and we get the same number. And column E is really just 1.05 to the exponent of column A as an array. So technically we can just do the sum of column B times C times 1.05 to the exponent of column A, sum that all together, Control Shift Enter, and voila, we get the same answer as we got before when we did this in multiple columns and summed them all up. Okay, so do you have any questions? I know this can be really confusing when you're learning this for the first time and you're learning it in about 10 minutes or so. There's a lot to know here. There were so many questions when I shared this with the members of our Actuary Accelerator community, so I expect that there's going to be the same here, and I'm happy to answer those. So please put your questions down below in the comments and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Okay, so array formulas have so much potential, and in the newer versions of Excel, things can get even more advanced with these formulas. In some of them, you don't even have to do the Control Shift Enter. Oh, you may have not noticed, I'm still rocking the 2016 version of Excel here, like it is a classic car that I refuse to trade in. The newest version has what we call dynamic arrays, which open up so many more possibilities. But don't get too excited, most insurance companies won't be using that version yet. But here's the plot twist. Well, arrays are amazing for speeding up your work, reducing errors, and making Excel workbooks look really clean. I removed 30 calculations from this one tiny workbook alone. There are some downsides. Number one being that most people, even if they use Excel all the time, don't really know about using array formulas. They don't understand how they work. So if you start using these, you might get lots of questions and confusion about what's actually going on in your workbook. And although they do clean up worksheets to fit tons of calculations into just one simple formula, well, condensing all those formulas actually makes it a little bit hard to see if your formula is actually working as expected. So in order to verify that your solutions or your answers that you're getting are correct and they are what you thought you were going to get, well, you probably have to do all the sub-calculations anyway. So is it really worth it? Well, that's the question. I personally think that these are very useful for your own personal work that you are only going to be using. It can allow you to fill in columns so much quicker, and I didn't mention that if you make a change to one of these formulas, it automatically applies it to the rest of them in that array. I also think that there are times when you want clean, simple formulas, and that can be really beneficial. Like maybe if you are creating some standardized report where the values are calculated in the same way every single time, or if you have a massive amount of data and you want to speed up Excel's calculations. Well, each of these array formulas only really counts as one formula versus having a different formula in every single cell. So it allows Excel to calculate things a whole lot quicker. This is the reason that I was actually initially introduced to array formulas, was because in one of my internships, I was using an Excel workbook with tons and tons and tons of data in it, and the calculations that I was trying to do were taking forever. So I started incorporating array formulas, and that sped things up a lot. So array formulas are definitely something you'll want to practice. You'll want to know how to use them once you get into your actuarial internship, and there's something great to talk about during interviews and include on your resume. But following along with this video does not mean that you can do it yourself. Hopefully you already know from my other videos that you need to actually practice this stuff and try doing it on your own. So how do you do that? Well, if you are already a member of the Actuary Accelerator community, I challenge you to go back into one of our actuarial Excel projects, one of the ones you've already done, and see if you can change some of your formulas so that they are array formulas now. I challenge you to find 3 spots in each project where you could incorporate array formulas. And if you aren't a member of the Actuary Accelerator community already, well then please come join us, because Excel is just one of the qualifications that we help our members achieve and master on their way to becoming a top candidate for actuarial jobs. Or you can try thinking up an Excel tool that you think would be interesting that you could create and see how many ways you can incorporate Excel array formulas into that.